Hello beautiful gurus, welcome to another episode. I'm here with the most beautiful view in the entire world. On top, it's called Atmosphere Restaurant inside the Burj Khalifa. This is the view from the top of Dubai. It's there over there you can see the Burj Al Arab, this building, see very in the distance. Beautiful view to have a restaurant. And this is the restaurant, it's super high quality in here, very nice. We're going to jump into the charts for Bitcoin. I'm going to show you what I think is going to happen in Bitcoin. We're pulling back right now. It's at a very important moment. Make sure you watch through to the end. If Bitcoin breaks here, it's going to be terrible for the crypto markets. We really need to hold here. This is one of the most important times for Bitcoin. Because if we break here, most likely it's 17K, 14K, and very unlikely 10K. But if we break here, we can drop very strongly. If that happens, we're in a bear market for 2 years. So it's incredibly important that Bitcoin holds here. Subscribe, hit the subscribe button down there. If you like this video, if you learn a lot from me, smash up the thumbs up button. I was long on some trades yesterday. Some of them hit their stop loss. My Bitcoin trade is still open. If it breaks that 18,000 support, I'm going to add more to it. Hit the subscribe button, smash up the thumbs up button. Don't forget, every video, comment down below. 5 winners are chosen every month, $200 each. Let's jump into the technicals for Bitcoin now. We're going technicals. And we'll start on the 4-hourly time frame. We're pulled back. We came close to this blue line. Now, what is this blue line? It's the 200 weekly moving average. So 200 weekly moving average, and this is a very strong support line that we can see that Bitcoin, every time it has a bear market, it bounces. This is 2015, we bounced off it. This is 2019, we bounced off it. This is 2020, March COVID low. We wicked through it, then closed the week back above it. And this is this one. We're still underneath it. Now we have another 4 days to close the wick back above it, and that's important that we do. Because then it holds, but most likely if it's been holding for going back 7 years, it's most likely that it would hold as well now. Let's zoom in on the 4-hourly. On the weekly, we're very oversold on the stochastic. This is down here. Now, the way these work, when the stochastic is oversold, in my opinion, on the weekly and the monthly, time to be buying. When it's overbought up here, time to be selling. So what is that? As I teach you in the crypto master course, the link is in the description. You can take the course and learn all of this. When you're above the dotted lines, it means the stochastic, especially on the weekly and the monthly, is very overbought and it's time to sell. And if you look at that, if you just look at this and you see that was overbought, time to sell, and that was exactly the top of November 2021. When I called the top on November 11th, you can clearly see that was the top of Bitcoin on this bull cycle. And that on the stochastic was the overbought. And when it's down here on the oversold, that's time to be buying below the dotted lines, as I teach you in the crypto masks. And that was the 2021 crash where we came down to 29K, and that was the time to be buying. And as you can see now, we are very oversold on Bitcoin. So in my opinion, time to be buying. On the daily, we're still oversold as well. On the weekly, oversold heading up. On the stochastic, daily heading up. On the 4-hourly, we have now reset, and we're close to the oversold area. So now more than likely time to be buying. We need to bounce here because then that can create let's go closer. On the hourly, we're also very oversold. So on the time frames, now it's time to be buying, in my opinion. But why we need to get a bounce here is then Bitcoin can continue its bullish momentum and we can create this inverse head and shoulders pattern. Then we can remain bullish and head back up towards the 22,000, 23,000. If we break here, and come to the weekly support, it's okay, but that will already invalidate this inverse head and shoulders if we come this low. So we really need to get a bounce very soon, otherwise it's showing weakness. We broke out of this ascending trend line. Bitcoin broke down, and that was actually very obvious in hindsight that we would, once we broke that trend line, because this is a ascending triangle, and that builds pressure and usually breaks to the downside. The target is the base of the triangle, so this distance here is the target. So from here to here, that's the target, and we're close to hitting that bottom of that target. Actually perfectly touched that. So now that ascending triangle's played out. Now we need to see, does Bitcoin now do this inverse head and shoulders and continue its bullish momentum back up? If it can, that's a very good thing, because then we move the head this distance here. If Bitcoin can hold here, play out this inverse head and shoulders, we'll be moving this distance here to around the $23,000 area. And that's very important that we close the weekly in the next 6 days, that we close back above this blue trend line. We're very close to it though. Let's see if Bitcoin can do it. On the 4-hourly, I would actually be going long here. On the hourly as well. On the 15 minutes also. On the 15 minutes, I'm just seeing that inverse head and shoulders as well. And also on the 15 minutes, we have a kind of new trend line here, this one. And this is a kind of very controlled drop, which is nice to see on Bitcoin. If we can break above this line, we can go bullish, which is a good thing. I would be going long here on Bitcoin. I'm going to show you how to open trades. If you want to trade like you're seeing me do, underneath this video, in the description down below, if you go into the description of this video, you can sign up to Bitcoin on Bybit. Bybit using this link. If you use this link, you get a $4,800 bonus when you sign up to Bybit and start trading. Once you click on that link and start trading, it will open this trading software. And in here, I have... my account got hit. It was 190,000 yesterday, now 175,000. So we dropped around $15,000 on this Bitcoin, dropped $14,000. In here I have Bitcoin, 4 Bitcoin, which I bought at around 18, 19. USDT 46, Doge I have 10,600, which I bought at $10,000 worth, so up 650. And I've got Bit, I bought 10,000 worth, up 500. But that account took a hit. This Bitcoin trade, it's 100. This one that I have open right now is a $101,000 USD trade. So it's $11,000 with 9x leverage, so it's $101,000 Bitcoin trade. It's currently up $140. This was up $6,000 or $7,000 yesterday, so a big pullback on that trade. My Ethereum trade was also up yesterday, but it's pulled back as well, now negative $46. But I still have this trade open, and if Bitcoin comes down, my liquidation price on this Bitcoin trade is 18,000. If it hits that, I will. If as it comes down, I will add more to this Bitcoin trade. My goal, if Bitcoin does pull back, my goal is not to give up here. I sell towards the top, which I sold on November 11th Bitcoin. That's where I start selling. If you follow my videos, I actually called the day of the top. And so I sell towards the top and I buy towards the bottom. And I think we're close to the bottom. If Bitcoin pulls back, it can still come to 17,000 and 13,000, these two blue lines. And I will be adding more to my Bitcoin positions on these lines. I will not give up trying to buy it close to the bottom. It's, in my opinion, the time to buy is when it's cheap. The time to sell is when it's high. So that's my target. Now I'm going to show you where I would open a Bitcoin long. I would open a long here on Bitcoin, expecting that this inverse head and shoulders is going to play out. So I would be going long on Bitcoin very soon, actually. I would open a long on Bitcoin here on the hourly. I would open a long just where we are right now on this support. So I'd be going long on Bitcoin, the stop loss just below the invalidation of the inverse head and shoulders, and the take profit at this blue trend line. So that's the long I would take on Bitcoin. So I'd be going long exactly on this line, on this trade here. So I'd be going long here on Bitcoin. So I'm risking $652. So the way you read my trades is the top here is where the take profit is, which is on that 7-year 200 moving weekly average. The mid here is where the trade opens, which is at 20,200. And here is where the stop loss hits. If the trade goes against me, it closes the trade. So I'm risking $652 to make $2,130. So that's an amazing trade. With 10x leverage, that's $21,000 of profits. So that's how I would open the trade on Bitcoin. I'm going to also post this in my Telegram group. In my Telegram group, I'm sharing trades, which is here. You can see here in the Telegram group. I'm sharing a lot of trades here. You can James Crypto Guru alerts, and you can see this Telegram group here. The link is in the description, pin comment. I've been sharing trades. So this is a Doge long that I also posted in the Telegram group a few minutes ago. This is a long potential on Doge that I would be taking. Opening the trade at 6 cents. Oh guys, you got to check this out. I've got to pause for 1 second. Cool. Our breakfast is bubbling. Cool. So I would be taking this Doge trade again in the Telegram group, and this is how I set the Doge trade. Remember, this line here, the middle is where the trade opens, so 6 cents. The stop loss is at down below at 6, just underneath 6 cents, and the take profit is at 6 cents, 6.5 cents. So with 10x leverage, but I'm going 39x leverage on that Doge trade. This is the trade. The take profit, if it hits the target, will be $627 profits, and the stop loss hits will be $115 loss. And it's around this trade is around, it's a 39 leverage trade. So I'm using $200 to potentially make $600 with $125 loss. That's a trade I posted in the Crypto Guru alerts chat room. So that's the trade I would take on Bitcoin. Again, make sure you're using Bybit, this link down below in the description. You sign up with that link, you get that $4,800 bonus. Mimi, big fan of you. I wish I could listen to your prediction like 99% correct. If I listened to an analyst, I could have saved myself, but I didn't, and I lost 80% of my account. It's okay, Mimi. You can build it back. King James Guru, watching your videos has been a big change in life. Keep it up, supporting you from the start. Thank you so much, Kenneth. This is one of the character designs, the in-game design. This is what in-game looks like of one of the characters for Magicraft, MCRT, the play-to-earn game. This is a Bitcoin 4-year trend and standard deviation, and you can see every time we bounce off this blue trend line, the 200 weekly moving average, we get a big bounce off for Bitcoin, and that marks the bottom. So let's see if this time is the same as the previous 7 years. Appreciate Joel, appreciate your time. You saved a lot of people money on this waterfall drop. Thank you, Joel. Beautiful video. I've been following you and watching your videos since November 2021. I love your lifestyle, and I'm actually a true MCRT supporter. That's the game. I believe in you and the project. Keep it up, James. Thank you, everyone. Again, sign up to Bybit. Join that Telegram group. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching. This is James from Crypto Guru, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. And now I'm going to have this epic breakfast.